Felicity from Get Your Rock Out here with Brandon Lee Webb. How are you doing?
Doing good, yeah, not too bad, doing all right, warming up after the gig.
Glad to hear it. And Dan, one of the live musicians, how are you doing?
I'm cool, I'm sweet.
Wonderful. So for those that don't really know much about you, just tell us everything there is to know.
Well, I'm called Brandon Lee Webb. I use my middle name because it's my name, and it can't be pretentious because I've got a fantastic moustache. This is Dan Bromsgrove. I'm very lucky to have him playing slide guitar. That's not like roundabouts and slides, slide guitar on my thing. My thing is like a folky bluesy thing, but it's I'm heavily rooted in rock. But it's kind of like John Martin, Kelly Joe Phelps type stuff, but there's a lot of aggression in it, very pregnant. And I've just done an album in Virginia for a label called Kim. It's Fats Domino's last label. And it's going to be ready sometime soon, played a load of festivals and things like that. And yes.
Brilliant. So the album, what kind of stuff can people expect to be hearing on that?
Well, we have sort of two sides to what I do really. I always say I start off in the middle of the road and work my way towards the gutter, and the gutter being the alternate tune and finger picked sort of think like Bronjar Stomp, Led Zeppelin type, that kind of Bert Jansch thing, Black Mountain side, John Martin. But the other side of it is just like sort of straight stripped down rock songs, kind of like if you think Nirvana Unplugged, that kind of vibe, but a little bit heavier. But it's only acoustic, so that's the kind of thing that you should be getting.
Wonderful. And we're here at Devilution Festival in Wigan. You've just come off stage. How did you find the set went?
It went very well. Rog on the sounds, a lad I've not seen in many moons, and he's a really top dude. He knows his onions. We had a ball. The thing with us, we always like the way we sort of dress and stuff. I'm basically a rocker, but they don't expect us to pick out acoustics, and so people never know really what to expect. I think like Sandals and Socks Brigade or whatever, but we get on, and I'm very aggressive with what I do, but everyone was very receptive. We got a really warm reception. It was great, and kudos to Dave Carrier for sorting it. But yeah, it was good.
Wonderful. And you've played quite a few festivals this summer already.
Yeah.
Can you pick a highlight?
To be honest, the whole festival has been amazing. The whole season's been amazing. We did Hop Farm, which was a real big point for us. There was some serious artists on that, and to be actually on the T-shirt have the name on there with those amazing artists, like whether you're into it or not, but like the likes of Primal Scream and Peter Hook from Joy Division and Ray Davies and Bob Dylan, Dr. John, the absolute legend, Dr. John. Met some amazing people. Kendall Corlin as well was fantastic. The boys from Putopia. Sanitation when you're having a poo at a festival. Eco poo. It's great. There isn't a highlight. Surfing in Newquay. we just did a show down in Newquay 2 weeks ago. We're based in Orrell near Wigan, and he's in Knowsley from Anfield originally. But we went down to Newquay and managed to play a wonderful crowd in Belushi's down there. And there's a surfer guy, Mike Young, who's got a surf school. He's one of 3 surfers who's sponsored by Santa Cruz in this country, and he's invited us back down to play the Cancer Charity Movember, because obviously I have a distinguished moustache. They've invited us down to do the Cancer Charity Movember gig at the end of November, sponsored by Santa Cruz, that's Santa Cruz. Yeah, so no, loads of great highlights really. But yeah, I mean, I've got to say as well about the album in Virginia, I've been really lucky in that we've had there's a cellist from Virginia, there's a backing vocalist from North Carolina, guitarist from Pennsylvania, Rob Asselford, you're an absolute legend. There's people from all over, and then I brought it over here, and I've got musicians from England to play on it and stuff. So yeah, just loads of highlights and loads of great things. Yes.
Wonderful. And the next kind of 6 months, where can we expect to see you? What are you going to be doing?
Something featuring lots of beer. Well, we're doing, like I say, we're doing this thing in Santa Cruz. We're hopefully getting the album finished off, get that released. As I say, that's going to be on, possibly on Kim Records. We're still hammering out the finer detail, but there's also potentially Revolver, who've got like the likes of the Wailers on, and all of the Marley people are on that, like Damien, Marley, and they're all on that same label. It's a South African label. There's potential of being on that one in this country. But we're still waiting to find out about that, so hopefully we'll get the album finished. Gig wise, we've like absolutely hammered it all the way through summer, so we're kind of taking our foot off the gas, but it doesn't seem to work like that. People keep asking us to play, and we can't say no. Yeah. We don't get paid for what we do, but we tend to get like our diesel paid, and we get beers paid, and we get digs and stuff. And anything that we do make, we give to a couple of charities. I'm working with a guy called Ollie Mason, who's just done a 1,000-mile walk, carrying 20 litres of water from John O'Groats to Land's End, and I've done a few gigs for him, and I'm actually working on a charity project with him at the minute. I don't believe in, at this point I've got a day job still, so I don't believe in wanting to make money from what I'm doing, and the money that I do make I try and give to certain charities. I'm wanting to do something for post-traumatic stress, because I think in this country ex-military don't get the kind of help that they need. In the States I saw a totally different way that people were treated. People were saluted and given tax breaks just because they were previously in the military, and I think we need to remember that. People get caught up in the politics of war and forget that there's people involved. So we're going to be doing a lot with charity, and the way that it works, hopefully the album will be available for free, but we're going to do a single for charity in aid of the water run for Ollie Mason. But the music should be free, and the album should be free, in the kind of way that Radiohead did in Rainbows. We sort of want to do if you want to pay something for it, then you can do, but it's going to be like free. But we're hoping that people eventually will start paying us for the gigs, and when they start paying us for the gigs, then we'll be happy to take the money. But I don't mean like promoters paying us. I mean actually, if we put tickets out and people buy them, we will give them a show, because every time we play, we give absolutely everything. So you normally get value for money. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us.
Yeah, no problem.
Hopefully we'll see you around again at some point soon.
Yeah, for sure.
And have a fantastic rest of the day.
BrandonLeeWebb.com.
Thanks.
Nice one.